What's happening, y'all? I thought I'd do a third part of this quality control issue series that I've started, just to give you a comprehensive list of everything that's wrong with the truck so far. There's more than I outlined in my second video that I just posted, but I'll just give you a comprehensive list of everything. Just also because I want to document this for Toyota corporate so they can see. But it's quite a bit. But you know, in that first video, I just brought up the grill because it is super cheap and plasticky, and the truck is riddled with these cheap plastics that feel like you know, toys. They feel like a toy my kid would play with. One thing I didn't outline in that last video was that these coils, I don't know if y'all can see, but they're already rusting right here. There's rust already on these coils on this side and on this other side as well. There is visible rust on these coils, which is disappointing to find. As I already mentioned in my last videos, these control bezels, they rattle, they move, they're annoying. This stuff's super chintzy and cheap, just moves. This window has been making a noise since day one. There's play in the actual window. These seals are just super cheap, by the way. They just move out of the way like this. It's just complete garbage. You can just move it. But they've replaced this seal 3 times to no avail. This window makes a noise. You can kind of hear it whenever there's a crosswind or the truck is moving on the highway. It just sounds like there's play in there. And the reason being is not only the seal, but this end channel is super cheap. And then this part here is super cheap as well. In fact, it can just unclip real easy. I'm not going to do it. Super flimsy materials here. This just comes apart. It's just velcroed together. What else? This headliner is super thin. It's just, you can just move all of this. It's super thin and cheap. Same with these. This TRD shifter just moves. It's just loose. I already mentioned the center console. You know, you put any pressure on it when you get into the truck, or just when the truck is driving around, it'll make a noise. The seat makes a noise. It's creaking and squeaking. Creaking and squeaking. Let's see. I don't know if this is indicative of all the Tundras, but down here as well in the differential, you can see that there's also rust on that. I've gone to the dealership, and it seems like every single Tundra coming off the assembly line has already that piece right there. That it seems like there's 2 bolts missing. It looks like it's already starting to rust. I don't know. If anybody out there is an expert on what that is, please comment in the section below. Going back to the tailgate, there is visible chips here where it is chipped down to the metal. And that's going to start rusting anytime soon. Same here on this tailgate piece, which kind of is like a spoiler, but there is like visible, like these edges are already starting to kind of chip. And I know another fellow on YouTube, I think is Trigger Happy or something, he's mentioned how he has rust on that piece as well. Another thing, if you don't get the tailgate button option, it does it more on this side, but it just rattles and makes this noise. So when you're driving down the highway or on like a washboard road or off-road, this will just rattle, and it's super annoying. What else have I noticed? Oh, this pin connector is super flimsy. I think Max Powell, he has a YouTube video, you should check it out, but he's also mentioned how this is just super cheap and flimsy. This actually pulled out when I was disconnecting my trailer the other day. It's just like not held in together. It's just like super cheap. What else? I'm trying to get everything in one video and it's hard. Oh yeah, this door squeaking and creaking. Anything else? I think that's it. I'm trying to capture everything, but again, I'm just documenting for y'all in case you're thinking about buying an SR5. I would maybe skip the SR5 and SR models. I would start looking at limited and up if you're even considering, and I would look out for some of these quirks and annoyances. Really vet the truck out. You know, when I purchased the truck, I did my due diligence in terms of touching things and feeling things out, and the test drive, of course, but it's not until you get home and live with the truck for a while and drive it and take it through its paces that some of these things start to become more apparent. Especially when you're like on uneven roads, or you know, you actually do off-roading or take your truck out. You start to notice these things even more. It sucks because the truck drives super refined. It's super fun to drive. It's powerful. And I got seduced by that. I got seduced by the big engine, the refinement of it. But ultimately, this truck's half-baked. It's just not ready to be out, honestly. It seems like a rush job. Even now, third year into production, it just doesn't seem like a well-thought-out truck, at least in the SR5s. Oh, yeah, one other thing. You can see here there's these gaps. All down here there's gaps. Same over here. So for whatever reason, Toyota does not include door seals. Same back here. Does not include door seals in these areas for the SR5s. If you look at any limited trim or above, they are present. So why that sucks, and it's really awful for sound mitigation. So when you're driving on the highway or even just driving down a road and anyone pulls up next to you, it sounds like the doors are open. Same on this end. And I think, this is my conspiracy theory, but I think Toyota does this deliberately on the SR5s and SRs so that you're forced into paying for a limited, which is kind of crazy. It's just seals, but that's what they're doing. This is Toyota quality for you guys, is missing door seals and poorly assembled vehicles that are touted to be off-road and capable. So again, buyer beware, you guys. If you're going to be looking into these trucks, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you are vetting the inside of these things thoroughly. Don't get seduced by the sexiness of the powertrain and how well it drives. Really check out the truck. Make sure that you're not falling victim to Toyota's quote-unquote reliability and durability. I think those days are long gone for Toyota, unfortunately, unless you're spending the absurd amount of money they want for, a limited trim and above. I know some of you guys have commented about your TRD Pros not having these issues. Those are significantly more expensive than these trucks. This is kind of a, I'm not the richest person in the world, man. I'm an honest, hardworking guy, and I just want a truck that works and doesn't rattle and fall apart. I guess that's too much to ask for today in this day and age. I think Toyota is a good company for the most part. I think their older vehicles do carry that reliability, durability stamp, but this Tundra is just not it, guys. And it sucks because it's third year into production, and you expect these things from the first and second year, but they're continuing to happen. So keep an eye out, guys. Stay tuned and check you on the next one.